East Rand, where some 500 miners are still trapped underground in a case of he says, she says between two unions at the mine. Some alleging that those mine workers are trapped underground because they want that particular union to get recognition over a different one. Newzroom Afrika's Zola Sholwana is standing by. Zola Sholwana, if you can hear us, what is happening at this hour?
Well, Dudu, I'm sure you can see that, there are some workers, those who are trapped inside. Most of them are dressed in their AMCU regalia, and there's quite heavy security inside the mine itself. And obviously, those who are outside are supporting their colleagues because we are told that this sit-in was planned, which is contrary to what the NUM said earlier on, saying that these members have been held hostage by AMCU. So these people that you see here are actually saying that they will fight for the rights of those who are outside the gate. We spoke to one of the workers here who really stressed, their grievances, saying that they demand answers from the NUM, saying that for over 10 years he's worked in this mine and he's obviously been under the NUM, and they feel like it is not representing interests of the workers. As you can see, that most of these workers are dressed in AMCU regalia, but when we spoke to the NUM, the representative mentioned that they've got 1,800 members in this particular mine. But when we speak to the workers here, they are saying out of the 2,000 workers that work in this mine, most of them fall under AMCU, and they demand that the company or the mine, Gold One, allows them to be represented by AMCU, as they feel like the NUM is not doing enough.
Okay, so Zola Sholwana, let's just remind a viewer who is tuning in at this hour. It's a case of he says, she says between two unions. What is it? I guess we'll hear from those who are trapped underground in terms of why they've decided to either stay there or they have been coerced to stay there. But just remind our viewers about the two unions and what each one is arguing.
Well, our viewers will remember that earlier on we spoke to a representative of AMCU who said there was a meeting that was scheduled at 8 a.m. that was supposed to be between the relevant stakeholders, which is the company, NUM and AMCU, and they were supposed to find a resolution to this matter, but we are told that the meeting could not proceed. And later after that, then the NUM also claimed that they were not aware of the meeting because they know that they've got a lifetime agreement with this company, that they will be the only union that is representing interests of the workers in this particular mine. We are told to do that at around 2 o'clock. There's supposed to be a voting proceeding that is supposed to allow these workers, to decide which union that they want to represent them in this regard. Now, when you speak to the NUM, like you said, this is a hearsay type of situation. They are still maintaining the fact that these individuals that you see right before us have been held hostage. And we are also told that there were injuries reported yesterday of about 7 individuals. A paramedic and a security officer had to go in, and they never came back. So at this point, there isn't really a direct story as to what is happening, because when you speak to both unions, they are telling a totally different story. But when you're speaking to the workers that are on the ground, especially those who are outside at this point here to support their colleagues who are trapped inside, they are saying all they want is to get NUM out of the table and get AMCU to represent their interests. We were also told to do that food was brought in because you understand that some have family members, their spouses who've been trapped for over 24 hours here, and they were not allowed to take your food for them. And obviously that raises concerns and worry as to how are they expected to survive under such conditions.
Sholwana, has been the response of the mine, if any? Has security been beefed up? Have they come out to address the workers at all? Has production stopped?
Well, from what we know, Dudu, production has stopped at the mine. Those who were supposed to clock in were unable to access the premises of the mine due to the heavy police and also security presence inside the mine. When we really tried to reach out to the mine and get a response on the matter, but we were not successful, and we're hoping that maybe after the meeting that was meant to take place earlier today, then the mine will have something to say, but nothing really has been said at this point as far as a response to allegations and claims that have been brought by the unions, which is AMCU and NUM.
Zola Sholwana, thank you very much for that update. We'll touch base with you a little bit later on.